In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use the Ruby Interactive Shell, also called IRB. The interactive shell, or just the shell, allows us to type Ruby statements or expressions at a command line and have it immediately evaluate the expression or the statement. It's probably easiest if I demonstrate how this works. So open a command prompt window, and from anywhere you should be able to load the shell by typing IRB, as long as Ruby is in your path. If Ruby is not in your path, then you're going to need to navigate to the subdirectory where Ruby is installed and then type IRB. So for example, a single number or a literal number evaluates to itself. An arithmetic expression evaluates to the result of the expression. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 times 3 evaluates to 9. 1 plus 2 times 3 evaluates to 7 due to the order of precedence of the operators in an arithmetic statement. We'll learn more about that later. Strings also evaluate to themselves, so hello world evaluates to hello world. We can perform string concatenation, so we can write hello, comma, plus world, and get hello world. We can also store data in variables, so that when we store hello in greet and write greet, it returns hello. And we can concatenate world to greet to get hello world. We can write more complicated statements and expressions in Ruby. For example, now notice here it did not increment I. So let's get out of that. Control C will get us out. Now let's try that again. Here we're incrementing I by 1. And so now we get 1 through 100. Finally, we can also create functions using the shell. So we've defined the function square. So if I write square 2, I get 4. If I write square 4, I get 16. And so on and so forth. We could also write a little more involved function. In Ruby, for those of you who understand function definitions, you don't have to have a return statement. You can just have an expression. And if that is the last statement, that will be what is returned. So if I write sum 1, 2, it returns 3. So that's just a short introduction to the Ruby shell. We'll be using it quite a bit in the introductory lessons to come as we get started learning about the different data types. But let's move on to the next lesson where we're going to demonstrate how to write programs or scripts that Ruby can then interpret from a separate file.